Okay, here we go on part 3 now, and there's Tammy. And some mulberry tree she's walking under, believe it or not, growing down in here. There's enough water to keep one going. And like I said, this is part 3 of our adventure at Hassayampa River Preserve between Wickenburg and Morristown, Arizona on Highway 60. And I will leave credits for this museum and or this, I shouldn't call it a museum, but they do have one up front. There's a small museum, and then there's a preserve down here with a lake and just a beautiful area. And I'll leave trailers here and there, and at the end of this, showing you how to get here with credits and everything they do, and how to get a hold of them. Because this is, if you're coming through Arizona, this is a very, very, very must stop and see. It'd be worth your time. Anyway, here we go with part 3. Look at this, it looks like a jungle. I mean, you'd think you're in a jungle somewhere. But nope, you're in the center of Arizona, right in the middle of the Sonoran Desert, believe it or not. Like I said, it's fall, so we got leaves coming down too, which makes for a really cool, enchanted type view here. Yes, my friends, a place you gotta see. I'm always playing catch up with Tammy up there because she gets up ahead of me while I'm standing here blabbering into the camera. There's Tammy taking a picture of a big tree I'm taking a picture of. This one's still got what they call the beard on it. And that's all the palm fronds from all the years it took that palm tree to get up there around 70 foot tall. And the one next to it, you can see they're burned off. Because every now and then they get fires through here. Or they get hit by lightning or something, and they'll burn all that stuff right off. But until that happens, that's a whole little world right there, my friends. There's every kind of critter you can imagine living in there, including bees. Honeybees take advantage of these and build their colonies up in there, and they're quite safe in there from human intervention that way. Anyway, back down the trail. Alrighty, right back down here, we're following Tammy, and right back down here is the junction of the trails again. And we are at the backside of the visitor center. Right, and we're going to go take a different trail down here. It's not hot out here because of all the shade, and right here we have a fig tree growing in amongst all this. We got a couple of those in our yard. That's a fig tree. You can tell by the leaves. And right now we're in a kind of a dry spell of our season, so the lake's not as full as it would be normally. Usually it's about 4 or 5 feet deep, I think, somewhere in that area. Anyway, we're going to go back down here to the trailhead and pick another way to go. Alright, we're back here at the junction, right by the visitor center, and Tammy's going to pick our route here.
We're going to go to the river trails.
Okay, we're going to do the river trail, and that is right down this way. And that's going to go to the Hassayampa River. Now, the other thing we're looking at is kind of a creek, which is basically an offshoot of the river due to however the bedrock is underneath us here. But anyway, we're going to go down and have a look at the river trail now. I don't know how well this is going to show up for you all, but here's a map of where we are, showing the trails and the highway up there, and the visitor center, the lake, all that stuff. Like I said, I'm going to give you all the info you're going to need ever to find this place. So stick with this little series, and there'll be tons of info coming up. Like we said, we're going to go down the river trail here now. We had to stop and put in a new battery, and here we go. Alrighty, we're by a tree tobacco plant here. And which way you want to go now, Tammy?
River Ramble Trail.
River Ramble Trail.
And that goes... Trail.
Yeah, Lake's Lookout. Didn't she tell us that was a really cool place to go?
I don't remember.
Yeah. Alright, let's go find out. We're still on the river trail here. It's a big property in here. It's dry as a bone. You can see the cattails are all dormant down here. They won't come back up till we get some rain. Got a little bit of a breeze picking up here. Nice. Just really nice. If you ever wondered what caterpillar tracks look like in the sand, here we go. That's a tent caterpillar. Yeah, you see the tents all over and the trees in here. They're tearing the trees up pretty good. Right up here is where that tent caterpillar came from, likely. They're chewing on these willows. Yeah, I gotta go find Tammy. We're still on the river trail here. We've come to a junction right up there in front of Tammy. You can see the sign. But it's a little shallower here. It's a bedrock. And look what we got. The river's flowing a little bit. We've had a lot of rain lately, but it's just been drier than usual, like I said earlier. There's just enough in here for it to flow a little bit. Very nice. Nice clear water. Yeah. Alright, back up the trail we go. You can tell by this little section here, this is not a place you want to be when the river's flowing. Now this stuff's pretty recent. And it's 5 foot up that tree, my friends. And that's why there's such a mismatch of logs and debris down in here. Is when this river's flowing, it's flowing deep sometimes. You can see the flood line on these trees here. If we were down in here during the flood, well, c'est la vie. You don't want to do that. Never camp in one of these dry riverbeds. This big old willow's got itself laid across the trail here. I'm going to have to go under it. Okay, my guide has reached a fork in the trail in this huge, huge area of trees. Cottonwoods and willows. Holy moly. It looks like there's some ash in here too. Wow. I think we're going to go to Lake's Lookout Trail.
Lake's Lookout Trail.
Yeah, it looks like a spot, I guess, where we can go up high and overlook all this, is what they said. So we decided we're going to go over that way. There's so much more here you folks could see, but you're going to have to do that on your own. Yep. Pretty little stream here. Cow tracks all down in there. Even places like this are open range. It's just a huge stand of cottonwoods and willow and other trees in here. Tent caterpillars just tearing it up. Yeah. Look at this. Okay, the river's dry here again. Look how high that water was. Those piles of brush show you where the water line was just not too long ago. All this was underwater. Flash floods are no joke. And over here, we have the bank of the river. And it is a huge, straight down, cliff-like bedrock structure. And I believe our little view is going to be probably up on there. So they're going to make us climb up here, I think. Oh, here we go. Oh, we're minding our business coming up this little trail, looking at this big old dead cottonwood here. And no trail that way. Uh-oh, a bench. And looks like we're going up.
Yes.
Yeah, it looks like we're going up. Okay. We're going to end part 3. We're right here. And we're going to go on up this trail and see what else we can get for you guys to look at. This is a really cool area. And here's Tammy going up the trail.
It's a ways up.
Yeah, she says it's a ways up, so we'll probably be huffing and puffing on the way back. So, for part 3, this Nugget shooter out. See you for part 4.